don't see that. George Bush was a pronounced Christian, and he what, Iraq is what, 9/11 times 10. The body count is fucking ridiculous, and he still has the nerve, and we as Americans still have the nerve to look at him as a decent Christian, and it's bullshit.
Look, Chad, why weren't you so upset and offended by all this time when Thunderfoot and everybody was criticizing Christians and making fun of Christians? Yes, in the last 3 weeks it was about Muslims because of this incident. But why should the Muslims be so protected and so above criticism?
Well, because I made that point. I've made the point. Why have I, for 3 years on YouTube, never talked about Muslims? Because the politics is too dirty for that conversation. We could talk about Christians because that's an internal problem. They affect our internal politics. It has to do with oppressing our personal rights, okay? The fucking Muslims, where our tanks are on their fucking streets. If you put a Muslim fucking tank on my fucking streets, I'll start talking about fucking Muslims, all right? I'll fucking be doing my business against these motherfuckers. All right, but until the situation is one where there's some sort of rational equity here for the conversation, until it's an internal conversation, a domestic conversation, yeah, fuck it, because this is dirty politics.
Yes, well, I'm not okay with that, because even if they are a minority, I mean, in this country, and I'm sure that in a lot of places of America, they have more rights than I do, just because of their religion. They have rights to take 3 fucking breaks a day, because they have to pray. Why don't I have the rights to take 3 fucking breaks a day? Because
yeah, well, I'm not giving them any of those fucking rights, and I don't think they have those fucking rights in this country.
They take
okay?
them.
Well, I'm just saying, they don't have them here, and I'm just saying it's not going to be a subject I can talk about until my hands are clean. And my hands are not clean as long as I'm an American and as long as my industrial complex is over there killing them.
Well, okay, fine. I'm not an American. I have never terrorized any country. I have never any bloody history behind me, so I can be ashamed to talk about Muslims. So I can ridicule them as long as I want to. Is that
who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? I haven't made one fucking video on the subject. I haven't said you don't have the right to do it, and all I've done is express my opinion that this all looks a little fucking immature. That's all I've said.
I'm not saying that you're stopping me, but as long as, they're banning movies, they're banning cartoons, and I'm supposed to sit with my hands crossed. No, I'm not going to draw a cartoon of Muhammad. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something better. I'm going to fucking be Muhammad. I'm going to play Muhammad. I'm going to be him.
Chris, but the thing is,
and it's going to be a satire, and it's going to be a ridicule, and Chad can say all over the place that I'm fucking dumb for doing it. But this is my form of protesting, something that I don't agree with, something that I oppose.
Don't even affect you. Why go out of your way to personally, to intentionally offend these people? They don't even bother you or have the slightest impact on your life. So why go out of your way?
The Muslims in America they stay out of the politics of the majority of American politics. The only time that the Muslims act up is in reaction to certain things in America that happen. So if someone's gonna draw cartoons in America, Muslims are gonna get involved in politics and react. But you very rarely see Muslims causing problems, just acting up for no reason in America.
Yet. Oh, and come on, let's be realistic, okay? They'd be scared to death to even try it in this country, in the middle of this war that we're in the first place. But yeah, wait till they have enough people in a nice isolated location in New York City or some other place, and then they'll start playing the politics game and start demanding all kinds of rights to take over this country. All right, that's what religions do. Okay, they demand this uniform. You all have to play by our game bullshit rules, okay? They're anti-freedom, fundamentally, by their very fucking nature. So give them some time, and they'll be just as insidious a force as the Christian fundamentalists.
Yeah, and to Chad, who was asking me why do I want to offend them and why do I want to ridicule them, because I think, first of all, I think their religion is ridiculous, and yes, it's my right to ridicule it. And second, I think their religion and their culture is offensive. I think telling women and, teaching women since the day they are, like 3 years old, they keep on telling them that they don't deserve respect if they can be seen. As a woman in a Western society, this concept is offensive to me. Okay? They are offensive. So this is my response.
Chris, then why not make videos about Carl Jr. commercial, or just American media in general, how we impose the idea that women aren't attractive without mascara, without some lipstick, without some fucking high heels, and that if you're overweight, quote unquote, you're unattractive, and it's un-American, and it's unhealthy. Why not make videos about that? Why all of a sudden is the Muslim culture so offensive to you? That's just, it's
well, I'm probably
ridiculous.
Gonna make videos about that too.
But you haven't.
Who said I'm not
But
gonna?
you haven't. And in
Poetic
regards
is right.
to...
Poetic is right. The thing is, the
hold
psychology
on,
of a Muslim woman... Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. And in response to the whole Christian thing, like, my very first, like, 5 videos were videos to the whole Ray Comfort thing, doing the whole rebooting of Charles Darwin's book. Like, I used to make videos that would ridicule Christians, but I looked at it from a bigger scale, and it's like, look, these people think on a different level than I do. It makes no sense. It's like trying to tell somebody who has had a lobotomy that they should wipe their ass with toilet paper. They don't fucking understand you. So it's pointless to sit there and try to argue with them. It doesn't make any sense, because they have their beliefs, and they're gonna tell you that you're wrong. No matter how much logic you throw at them, no matter how much you say that your God is retarded and your culture is wrong, they're just gonna tell you that that's you and that's your opinion.
Well,
leave it at that,
I don't think that's true at all.
Let me
I think
respond
it's
to
worth
him,
arguing.
please, Gary.
Let me just. I'm just gonna set up the argument for you. Yeah, but look, don't you have to defend the causes they choose, okay? I mean, you could make argument, well, why aren't you talking about vegetarianism, or why aren't you doing this, why aren't you fixing this problem? I mean, whether or not it's legitimate and whether the Islamic religion deserves ridicule as irrelevant to women's rights in America and all these other subjects. She has no obligation to have your order of priorities. So that's a bullshit argument. But I'm just arguing that it's this attitude of fighting the fire with fire is what I'm opposed to. Man, this is fire. This isn't going to put the fire out. This is only going to fuel the flames.
Well, we obviously know that the Muslims, when they react, they're going to fight back with fire. So that's not going to solve any problem if you're...
It's Karina's turn, but we get your point. I just said that, but go ahead, Karina.
Yeah, I was gonna to respond to Ted. I really not concerned with your American culture and what happens there at this time, because I mean personally I do find it fucked up that they have all these photoshopped women in magazines and all this kind of bullshit. But personally, it never affected me. I never wanted to be like those women. I never had any problems. Nobody ever told me that I have to put foundation on to go to work. Nobody told me that I have to wear high heels. Nobody. I mean, I see it on TV, I see it on magazines, but it wasn't my boyfriend, it wasn't my husband, it wasn't my boss, it wasn't any man, it wasn't any woman. It was just the media, and I don't ingurgitate the media. So this is just a problem that affects women, and okay, it needs to be talked about, and I'm probably gonna talk about it. But their culture is not just about women, it's about gay people. It's about thinking that thieves deserve to get their limbs cut off, and that having sex before marriage deserve to be death penalty for that. And any Muslims will tell you that this is correct, even if they live in the Western culture. They will still support Sharia law. They will still say that a perfect society is a society under Sharia law. Every Muslim will tell you that. But when you point at societies that live under Sharia law, when they point at Lebanon or any other Islamic country, and you see what happens there, they will say, well, yeah, there's not real Sharia, but it is.
I know, but they're making the same argument about Mormons. So if Mormons had a huge population, if they had millions of people in some foreign country, and Mormonism, it'd be the same fucking problem, and we can make the same arguments. They're just child molesters, glorified child molesters. Well, not glorified, deified, or whatever you want to call, sanctioned by a deity. So, I mean, this is... I'm just saying that we know what the problem is, this conflict between humans and human cultures. And how do we fix it? Geez, that was not helpful. But go ahead, Lefty, before your hand gets tired and such.
Yeah, I was getting carpal hand. But you think in terms